Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. It is officially game week for the Ohio State football team. In just 2 days, the Buckeyes will play in the Cotton Bowl against Miami. Cotton Bowl Media Day was held today, and head coach Ryan Day spoke with the media, and he believes there are a lot of talent similarities on both sides.
Very similar. Yeah. Very talented group. NFL players all over the field, and so they certainly have our guys' attention. They know what they're up against, and so it's been a spirited practice.
Kickoff on New Year's Eve is at 7:30. NHL, the Columbus Blue Jackets ride their 2-game winning streak into the second leg of a back-to-back tonight. They're on the road in Ottawa visiting the Senators. Face-off tonight is at 7 o'clock. And NBA tonight, the Cavs wrap up their 3-game road trip in San Antonio, taking on the Spurs. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. This one's sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Need help recovering from the holidays? Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union. BMIFCU.org/holiday loan.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, here we go. The band is back together. The badge worked. Parking spot was still there. And I'm in. Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the Loose Cannon. Boys, good to see you. Thank you for holding it down.
Of course, man. It's been too long. Thanks to Biddle and Tim May and everybody that filled in. Holidays blended in, all that time off for you. We missed you around these parts, man. What has been going on? You good?
Well, I didn't win the Powerball, so
that would have been it.
That's not good.
2 weeks coming in after that.
$1.8 billion?
Where was that ticket?
Arkansas.
Okay, down there in Arkansas.
Again.
Must be nice.
I think they got one years ago down there.
I think my mom was talking to me about that. I think after taxes, you're getting, what, about 800 of that? Maybe 900 of that, whatever that is? TLC is the math guy. Maybe he can figure that out for us.
$1.8 billion.
Welcome to the good life, man. That is unbelievable.
My goodness.
And do you still believe me that I would be here 3 days a week, even if I won that one? 3 days a week, you thinking I would do it? I would do it. I can't leave you.
I would leave you because you came in. If you came in.
No. If you get $1.8 billion, you are not going to be attending a location that is public information. You might Comrex in from a hidden bunker where no one knows where you are.
The U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
I would say, I thought about this, and you're right. I think in Ohio, I'm not positive, but I think we're allowed to stay anonymous.
I like that. That's how
I think in some states, you're the winner.
Why are we doing that?
Why would we do that to anybody?
Why are we doing that? That's a problem. We got to get that changed across
I'll show
the
up in
country.
a morph suit to collect my winnings.
It's not good.
Yeah, we can't do that. But yeah, AR, what's been up, man? We missed you around here. What you been doing? Just chilling?
I said, I just depressed from not winning the Powerball. But yeah, the winning ticket was sold in Arkansas.
Okay.
No one answered the phone Thursday. Oh, at the location. So it was bought at a gas station. Of course. I'm so hungry I could eat a sandwich from a gas station.
Wait.
So that's the way to go. Find the smallest town and just buy it at a podunk gas station and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? The town's not that small. So it's 27,000 people.
Okay.
Northeast of Little Rock.
Okay.
The jackpot, you asked the right question, had a lump sum cash payment option of $835 million.
Yeah, I'll take all of that, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it all
Arkansas.
right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take it all right now.
And Arkansas. That's right. Now it's only 20 mil. I won't play for a while. I get up for the 1.8. Who wants to waste their time with that? I don't need 20 mil.
What's 20 million?
Yeah. Minus taxes? Almost nothing. We got a nice show. We'll jam 3 hours into a 2-hour bag today. We will have our guy Ian Fitzsimmons at 2 o'clock, ESPN sideline reporter, who I think you guys had when I was out. He was on that Miami A&M game.
Yeah, he was.
In that breezy nightmare.
Oh, my goodness. Just all the missed field goals. Offenses really felt like it couldn't do much of anything. It reminded me a little bit. Remember when Ohio State went up to Northwestern a few years ago, and it was just that windy mess, and their offense really couldn't do much, and they kind of scratched and clawed to a win? That was an ugly game down there at Kyle Field in round one. I can't say I enjoy watching games like that, but it was a grind. And then look, Miami, gets it done with Fletcher and the run game and all that stuff. But yeah, he was in the building for that one.
All right, so you be his answer man now, and I'll ask you. I'll do the press conference. Did Ian say anything about did he attribute how bad that game was to the wind or no?
He acknowledged that the weather wasn't great. He didn't really lean into excuses for any team and that. It's kind of like, hey, this is football.
Maybe for the kickers?
Yeah, for the kickers. Yeah. But this is football. This is what you get. But he talked about the body types that are in person, right? When you see like Bain and Messidor and that crew up close, he was saying that's for real. Like that is legit. And part of that around the world of college football has followed a little bit of where people think this game could go, AR, is that down there in the trenches, as it always is in football, that's going to be where Ohio State's going to have to maybe neutralize a really good strength for the Hurricanes come Wednesday night.
So I think that after watching that game, there's something you got to be careful, because when I watched that game and I was talking to some people after that game, Buckeye fans that I know, it was like, this thing's over. Like, who cares who you play out of that game? Like, whatever fear. Remember before that game it was like, oh, we don't want to play A&M in Dallas. Oh, no, right. Yeah. That could be trouble. Come on. I had a friend of mine, that Indiana game, we had to play them in their backyard. Their backyard.
St. Elmo's for everybody.
Indianapolis is 2.5 hours away. I know it's in their state, but it was weird. But after, my point is, after I watched that game, I was like, all right, no, zero fear. And then you kind of come back down and say, okay, you talked about how they're built, and it's to try to stop you up front and get after you up, that way. And then on the other side, they're built to either. Oh, here, let me ask you the other question.
Yeah.
Did Ian say? I'm trying to guess what he said. I didn't hear the interview. If you cover Malachi Toney, you've got him.
He did not say that. Okay. I don't believe he went that far, but I think I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down right now. And we know this Buckeye defense is going to show up. Like, that would be the shock of all shocks if they don't play well. But if you're leaning into what I think you're leaning into about Miami's offense, I think you're on to something.
Putting it in the hands of Beck is not exactly perfection. I'm not saying that he can't make throws. Of course he can. Yeah. But he likes to be in rhythm. He's not a real true ad-libber.
He likes to be comfy. He likes to be comfy.
Short, quick.
Yeah. You heat him up, AR, he's not the same guy. Yeah. And that's why I just think Matt Patricia's seen that on film all year long, and he knows he has, I think, the playmakers on defense to throw some things at Carson Beck to where you could get him in uncomfortable positions. Toney is a dude, as a freshman, he is lights out right now.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Carson Beck, and you heat him up, you move him around a little bit, and I think Ohio State's going to have a good day on defense, as they usually do.
Did Ian say who he believes has the better kicker?
Oh, my goodness. Just listen to the interview.
Why? I've got you guys.
No, he's
playing a little radio here. He just completely takes water and throws it on the whole segment.
Did Ian say?
I'm trying to put a bid on here for the people like me who
position by position. What did Ian say about the outside linebackers?
Okay, now you're going way too far. I'm asking pertinent questions.
No, I don't.
They missed 3 field goals inside the 30-yard line.
New segment. Ian says,
and Ohio State missed the 27-yarder to tie the game.
No, and listen, you talk about these games and where the talent can kind of balance itself out through the quarterfinals, semifinals, and obviously the chip. They didn't bring the third phase to Indy. They didn't, and it came back to bite them. They could have obviously forced some extra time over there, in the Colts house, and they did not do that. And so that situation, I cannot wait to see, AR, but it's like the offensive line for me and where they are right now. Coach Day's taking over play calling. We talked about it coming out of the title game. Red zone offense wasn't good enough. Third down offense wasn't good enough. Certain situations, Jeremiah's not on the field. Carnell's not on the field. I think that stuff will get cleaned out to a certain degree, but just down in the trenches, where are we? Gabe Van Sickle, is he going to get his first career start over there at right guard? How much extra help does Coach Day think they need up front to slow down Messidor and Bain and that crew? That's where my eyes are going to go immediately when we get to Wednesday night, is the offensive line and whether or not they've cleaned up their act.
Against a very physical team that gets after you, because A&M is not a team that gives up a lot of that, and they did. The 7 sacks, the 9 tackles for loss, all those pressures, that stuff's real. It really is. I come off of what you said about that you expect Ohio State to play well. They're coming off, in their minds, not a good game, even though they respected the opponent. They're coming off a game where they looked almost inept in the red zone again, which is weird. Ryan Day hasn't said anything about making any changes at kicker. Like, that didn't pop off. Because I think after the Big Ten championship game, there was thought that, now he may just go for it on every play. Like, now he may just say, like, unless
like
it's
the kickers.
yeah, like, just we're going for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't need a kicker anymore. But yeah, I mean, Beck's 35-5 as a starter. I don't, I know this is his first year at Miami, but that's real that they have an experienced guy at quarterback, and they have it where a lot of coaches want it in the trenches. So they have it where it counts there. But when you start going weapon for weapon and like NFL guy versus NFL guy, I know they have them. And that's what's probably real. I think that game may have given Ohio State fan maybe too much confidence going in, but you want them to be confident. I saw that the highest graded Miami and Ohio State players in the Cotton Bowl, PFF did a deal where they graded them all out, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the two edge guys, like you talked about, Ruben Bain Jr. and Akeem Mesidor, are right up there. Keontae Scott, who they got back, their DB, very good player, and Malachi Toney, the young freshman, who's the weapon. But other than that, for Ohio State, though, it's Sayin, Curry, Tate, Smith, Styles, McDonald. Like, it's that.
I would be like a little careful if you're a Buckeye fan and just thinking what happened in Texas A&M's house is kind of the offense that's going to show up, right? You got to have confidence in your defense for sure. But I just think the weather was such an equalizer in that game. I don't know how you feel, AR. Like, I don't think that's going to be exactly what we see from Miami. They're going to have more opportunities to try and do things. And that's the key, is trying to do things against this Buckeye defense. But the weather was just a mess down there as far as the wind goes. You couldn't really push the ball downfield or do anything like that. So it really turned into a rock fight down there. Yeah. And so, like, I'm not really going all the way with that's going to be the same unit we see on offense in Dallas for Miami on Wednesday night, even though it's the ultimate challenge going up against this defense.
Yeah, I think coming out of that game, if you're Miami, you're like, we gutted it out. We made a big defensive play at the end of the game. We gutted it out. Those are the kind of games you have to win. Because my original thought was, boy, they can't have a whole lot of confidence coming out of that. But then I had to reset myself and say, wait a minute, this is survive and advance. It's a playoff game. It's on the road. That's not an easy atmosphere to win. So they did what it took, and they got here. And now certainly most people be an underdog to Ohio State. While I was out as well, Michigan has their man. So the question is, did they rescue the program with this hire? There's one man who will tell us next. His name is Urban Meyer. That's coming up on Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
All new in 2026, the Ohio RV and Boat Show, brought to you in part by Ohio Credit Union, is back and bigger than ever at the Ohio Expo Center. Whether it's your first adventure or you're a seasoned outdoor enthusiast, this show has it all. One ticket gets you into all three buildings so you can see the latest in RVs, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, golf carts, and more. From towables to drivers, jet skis to pontoons, and more. It's all here. The Ohio RV and Boat Show at the Ohio Expo Center, January 9th through 18th. Get details and tickets at OhioRVandBoatShow.com.
Take action and get expert service from Logan Services. Heating service calls are just $79. Furnace tune-ups are also $79. And plumbing service calls are just $79. We work in your neighborhood, and scheduling online is quick and easy. So visit our website to book your appointment now. For fast, friendly service, choose Logan Services.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. you might just bring a smile to someone's face.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Slight chance of snow showers today, otherwise mostly cloudy and breezy. Gusty, strong winds and highs near 30 means our feels like we'll be in the teens and 20s. For tonight, a slight chance of snow, otherwise mostly cloudy again with overnight lows in the 20s. The breezy winds still continue tonight and into your Tuesday with mostly cloudy skies on Tuesday and highs in the upper 20s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Matty is a diehard Reds fan. I mean, where else is he gonna go? You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, Ice, take it away.
About done with my baseball team after the last couple signings we've made. But don't even worry about that, because here's what you need to worry about. Get ready for the Cotton Bowl with a Chasing the Championship special tonight at 7:30 on 10 TV. Join Dom Taberry and Adam King live from Dallas, plus Nicole Sharon and Tyvis Powell here in Columbus as they get you ready for kickoff. Watch tonight at 7:30 on 10 TV and stream it live on 10 TV Plus in the 10 TV app. Chasing the Championship on the Fan and 10 TV is presented by Logan Services, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
All right.
Speaking of athletics, JJ Bleday, what you think?
Boo, we're not doing that. Just know I'm not in a good mood as a Reds fan. You might have to allow me to pick a new baseball team here soon.
No,
we got more important stuff to get to. It's bad.
I am so anti-changing teams.
Let me get an AL team. Let me get an AL team at least. That's all. Give me an AL team. That's all.
Says the guy in the Las Vegas Raiders shirt.
The cousin used to coach
the big
for
Steeler.
I'm celebrating the Raiders today because they correctly lost that football game.
Hey, we got to print the shirts off on Sunday night between TLC and I. We'll get to that later.
Oh, there's got to be a bet there.
So shirts will be printed. Oh, yeah, we got to put something
I mean, if there's not a bet on that, we're failing as a show.
I'm in.
There's got to be something
I had
meaningful.
a fun idea as a bet, although I don't think he'll say yes to it.
All right, run
hey, we'll save it for the next segment.
Okay, save it for the next segment. I like that. A little tease. You're a pro.
Thank you.
Why don't you just tell him what the damn thing is?
I don't know.
Kidding.
We'll wait for Ian to tell us, apparently.
Jeez. Welcome back. Listen to the interview. Let me catch up on a show from a week ago.
What did Ian think about the punters in that game? Special teams, gunners, how are they?
Kyle Whittingham got to the podium and did a little photo op with Ward Manuel. It was awkward, right? I mean, Whittingham gets to the podium, and then Ward, is off stage, tells him to come over here. We got to take some pictures. I got some props for you. Hands him a helmet and a football. And then now both their hands have something in them. So then Kyle has to give the helmet back as Ward tries to shake his hand, but I've got a helmet in this hand, so let me give you back the helmet. Now you have a helmet and a ball, and now I want to shake your hand, but you can't because your hands are full, so I'll just go back to the podium.
I think we got to lay out a little game plan for that, don't you, prior to the presser? I think you got to run through that, a little walkthrough before you just try to do that live.
Time for a walkthrough right now over there. This is my first instinct. That with everything that happened, they saved it. They did. They got a guy. By the way, did he ever say why he retired?
Well, did he really retire? No, I'm just saying because there's kind of some stuff out there that maybe Utah was like, "Hey, Kyle, thanks, but we're going." Because
he said there's still a lot of there was still some fire burning.
For sure.
Doubt.
I think when you look at the landscape of college football right now, at the head coaching positions, and all these guys that were maybe going to be, the next guy at Michigan. Was it going to be DeBoer? Was it going to be Kenny Dillingham? And those, I think, would have had Michigan fans pretty excited. And then you find out Matt Campbell's leaving Iowa State to go to Penn State. And you're like, man, that may have been nice for us too. But I do think this guy coming in with what he's done throughout his time being at Utah for a long time, I think if you're a Michigan fan, you kind of got to be on board with this. For when the shot clock's winding down, you pull kind of a rabbit out of a hat and get a guy that I think's respected around the sport and has done some pretty good things.
What you just said, respected around the sport. So they were probably the last school at this point that could hire somebody that had a checkered past. I mean, anybody. They really couldn't. They had to almost sacrifice. We need a squeaky clean guy, even if he's not the guy.
I don't think you could have even done Jesse Minter, right? I don't think you can't have any of those guys coming back. Yeah.
This is a clean house. This is a culture change. This is a clean sweep. Now, could he retain? I know he's asked about Alford and retaining. We'll see.
Yeah.
And the guy that really should know is Urban Meyer. And this is why you can get a very objective take from Urban Meyer because of how much, obviously, he was on this side of the rivalry, and yet this is his guy. So it's not only a former DC of his, but a friend. But he's trying to balance saying good things about Michigan, and also his friend gets the job. So this was on Barstool. This is about 2 minutes. And I think that after you hear it, you'll begin to believe that with everything that happened, that one day, and I don't know how soon, Michigan will feel very good about where they are with this guy.
I mean, this Kyle Whittingham thing, he called me one day and he says, "Hey, what do you think?" And I said, "Are you kidding me? You stepped down at Utah." And then we started talking about the Wolverines. And my comment was, and Dave, I think you know this, that yes, there's a rivalry, there's hatred, but there's never, you name someone that respects that school more than me, and I'd probably argue with you. I have so much respect. Bo Schembechler was a friend. And the reason we worked so hard to beat their ass is because we respected them so much. We worked on them every day of our career. So when Kyle told me that, I said, "Kyle, it's a no-brainer. You can win a national title there. It's a hard job. I mean, he's going to be under scrutiny he's never been under before, at Utah. This is a blue blood program. You can get any player you want. You have elite academics. You have some, you got the challenges in recruiting that northern schools have. But here's why the Wolverine Nation should be ecstatic. He's a tough cat. That's a tough dude, man. You're going to see, when Wolverines were Wolverines of old, and like they were a couple years ago, they were a line of scrimmage team that tackled really well, played physical, tough defense, and they controlled the line of scrimmage on offense. And that's what he is. And he's adapted well to the new era of player. That's the thing, that when he was my defense coordinator, he was firm, had high expectations, but he was never demeaning, never he's always, the players respected him, and that's the number one quality that he has. For all my distaste of the Wolverines, but my respect is there. You got you a hell of a coach. He's going to put together a great staff, and he is an organizational nut job. You go out and watch practice, and you and your boys will go, holy, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to sound like. It's a line of scrimmage game. I can actually really excited for Kyle. And don't worry, Ohio State will be fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Snuck that in at the end.
He certainly did. All right, so...
And before I go, Ohio State's cool.
Yeah, he had to make sure that this wasn't oh my goodness, this saves everything. Like, I think he has to be correct. This guy had 21 years at Utah, and you go down the list of some of his best wins, they're not that recent, but some of them are. Like, he's beaten some top 5, top 10 USC teams. He's obviously beat Michigan way back. He's beaten some very good teams. Utah, you and I watch a lot of college football, and I will tell you that with him, you always felt like they were going to be a tough out. You didn't, even if you knew you had more talent than them, you always respected them. They're playing the Utes.
Yeah. And I think they are like the identity of what the offense will look like and the defense will look like, I think will remind Michigan fans of some of the stuff they've seen over the last few years. I don't think it's going to change very much, right? I mean, Urban touched on it. This is a guy that builds his programs on toughness, as a lot of coaches want to do, build out really good trench play on the offense and defensive line. You look at Utah this year, they're number 1 in their conference in rushing yards per game. That's what he's going to want to bring up to Ann Arbor. I think one of the biggest things, though, that he's got to check off outside of what you touched on earlier with his staff and where that goes is, are you going to be able to retain Bryce Underwood? Because that's what you need if you're Kyle Whittingham, is a guy that has shown flashes this year as a freshman of, man, this dude might be all right in time if he can clean things up. You really want to hit the ground running with a quarterback that can get your program headed in the right direction, the way Cignetti has done at Indiana and the way other coaches have done, being able to use the portal, retaining their guys in-house. And so, yeah, I think it's a pretty good hire for them. I don't know if I agree with Urban right now that they can win a national championship. Like, I don't see that right now. I'm going to have to see a lot more from Whittingham, but I think he's walking into a situation where he's going to have more resources, and if he can get an offense to play at the level of some of these other programs around the country that are some of the best, then maybe they'll be on their way to that.
Yeah, they're not in a position to demand that he's great right away. They're just not. They're not a program they're a program that's being investigated right now.
Right.
This isn't Kalen DeBoer taking over Bama and Bama fans saying, well, we know you're not Saban, but you better challenge for titles. Like, I don't think that's this. So he gets a little bit of a breather maybe out of the gate. There was a story here on Wolverines Wire that said, they got the transfer portal and who knows how many guys are going in. And you talked about Bryce on whether they have enough retention there. But he mentioned retention at the press conference. And he mentioned that he met with Bryce. But I want to read you this quote. Mm-hmm. So third-year tight end Zach Marshall hasn't yet met with Whittingham individually. But given that the new Michigan coach has had a couple of opportunities to speak to his new squad, he's starting to make an impression, and you can count Marshall among the impressed. Quote, his biggest message that I took away was, you need this team more than this team needs you.
Okay.
And he said he's an amazing person. So if that is his message right out of the gate, you know what that's telling me? That he doesn't care about winning per se right away. He cares about changing the culture to his program.
And it feels like he's the guy to do that. It feels like a grown-up has entered the chat up there in Ann Arbor. But I would just love to hear from Underwood, because going back to 2005, Alex Smith was the only quarterback that got drafted out of Utah's building. And so you got to look at that and be kind of realistic with the offense that you're going into.
Well, if you want to talk to him, talk to his agent. See what he has to say.
I'll add one more thing. Whittingham stepped down the day after Utah announced their equity deal. Don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. It seemed very odd.
Yeah, it did.
All right, we come back in 2 minutes. Myles Garrett got a STARS treatment, and he wasn't happy about it. Rothman Ice in the Fan.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized Cash Rewards or unlimited Cash Rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Did you know Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations right here by the airport. During the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months. And Subaru will donate $250 for every vehicle leased or purchased this month. Byers Airport Subaru will also donate an additional $75. Kick off your next adventure at ColumbusSubaru.com. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 1/2/26.
No school means no lunch for millions of kids in the summer. Let's come together, food banks, families, and generous individuals like you to make sure no child goes without food in the summer. Together, we can make a difference. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/summer.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony finally hit a hole-in-one.
It's in the hole.
So now what? Just bask in the glory?
And that's how she wrote.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, New Year coming up, and usually I reserve this just for the guys, but I'm going to involve the ladies as well. Ladies? What is this, an FM station? Yes, it is. I want you to get real about your health this New Year with Synergenics and Low T Center. So for a limited time, the men's TRT test, which I've told you about for a while now, is still free. The ladies can take $200 off the women's hormone test. So if your resolution is, all right, I'm going to diet and do all, say no to the trends, all those questionable online garbage, and the deceptive bait and switch pricing that goes on at other places, and get to Synergenics and Low T Center. They are the leading experts. You can meet with a real provider, get real medication, get real results. And a lot of guys I know that go to Synergenics and Low T Center, it's changed their life. Walk in, you can book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com, because we're going into a new year, and that's what we want to send out there for people. And so this is for the guys and the ladies. Great deal. So limited time. The TRT test is free, and the women's hormone test, which is normally $299, is now only $99. And you're going to get a weight loss consultation free as well. So, like I said, if you've been suffering with symptoms of low T and you feel tired and zonked out all the time, you lack focus, you're just feeling off, then it's time for you to find out if this can help you. And Synergenics and Low T Center is the place. And if you decide and you want it to take the treatment, then you can choose to have it done in the clinic or get it shipped to you at your home. But either way, it starts with that simple, quick, free TRT test, and you'll get the results back in 20 minutes. So you'll know, and this is the time to do it. So either walk in or make the appointment at getmyhealthfix.com. Browns game was entertaining. It was a rivalry game. They played to win. Shedeur looked good early. Yeah, they had to gut it out, but that defense, man, if they had anything really going offensively this year with that defense, they'd have a lot more wins than they have now. But it's not like Pittsburgh was, and I'm not making out Pittsburgh to be like this great offensive team, because they're not. And I did question with the weather and this and that, like, would there even be a touchdown in that game? But the one that you can say about the Browns is when Pittsburgh did go up and down the field a little bit, man, they just shut them down at times. Now, let's get to the real story, which is the fact that Miles didn't get his sack and that Aaron is a future Hall of Famer who knows and feels when to get rid of the football. And yes, I agree that Aaron certainly didn't want to be on a piece of video that lasted for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Or at least until somebody else came along to break the record.
Strahan and Favre, right?
Yeah,
you don't want to be on that highlight tape.
I just don't. If you're the quarterback, you probably don't. It's not like
It's not your fault.
No, it's not your fault, right?
It's like,
but he probably, first of all, when I heard this Myles Garrett bite and how much you respect this guy, and he's an absolute game wrecker, it made me feel like, in a way, that he was accusing the Steelers of something that he's feeling himself, which is Myles should be more about, we just beat the Steelers. We may spoil them getting into the playoffs. Sack record or no sack record, we just beat the Steelers on our home field. That's what matters the most.
Oh, it's about Cleveland to Canton.
He didn't say anything
Don't
like
we know that. It's about going from Cleveland to Canton. That's what it's about. No, I mean, I completely agree with you, though.
It felt to me like, Maddie, that it was well, of course every team is going to make sure you don't get to their quarterback.
I feel like, well, let's hear the clip.
Okay.
For the folks that haven't heard, I think TLC's got it teed up. Go ahead and spin it, big dog.
I mean, that's their MO, but of course they're going to throw even quicker when I'm lined up on that side. They had a chipper there, sometimes two chippers, and getting out quick. Sometimes they're rolling away. They're doing a little bit of everything, and I kind of come to expect that. I know they didn't want me to be the one to break it against them.
He went on to say that he believed, this is the money soundbite that we may have to find, is the one where he accused the Steelers of caring more about him not getting the sack record than winning the game.
And winning the division. They win that game against Cleveland. The division's a wrap. They're wearing hats and T-shirts up in the land yesterday. And so I can understand his frustration because individually, this is what you want. You want to set yourself apart from all the other guys in the history of the league. So to line up, snap in and snap out, and had to deal with what he's talking about. Like yesterday, he was lining up out wide so much to try to create an angle to get downhill because he had to beat a tackle. He had to loop in. They were throwing a lot at him. Do we really think Mike Tomlin all week long went into the offensive room and said, "Look, guys, let's kind of go away from what we normally do so Myles Garrett doesn't get the record against us"? I don't know if I can fully buy that. I think it was rooted in, hey, our best pass catcher isn't available in this game, so our offense is going to be watered down more times than what it usually is anyway. And so when you remove DK from the equation, I wasn't expecting them to really drop back a ton against that guy and try to push the ball downfield anyway. I just didn't see that in the game plan for them yesterday afternoon.
They didn't do anything different than anybody else does.
Of course, if we came into today and Aaron Rodgers dirted that ball 2 or 3 times or pulled like an Eli Manning used to, or he got called for intentional grounding a couple times, then I'd say, you know what, Myles, you're on it. You're on it. And as badly as you wanted that record at home and you wanted it in that game, they weren't going to let you get it. But I think part of this is they didn't want him to get it because they know how tough he is to block, and they also know how much that they can't let their 40-plus-year-old quarterback get hit by him. And it got close. In fact, there was a time where I think Wright got the sack. Nance thought it was him.
Yeah, he was almost there.
Nance said, and there's the sack. And then he's like, bye.
No.
And then, you know what? Nance, I'll tell you what. He came back later, and I thought he'd say, well, I got caught. And he blamed it on the crowd. Well, the crowd thought it was Garrett, so of course I did. No. It was a big storyline yesterday in a rivalry game that was close and low scoring. You have to watch where he is on every play. I'm shocked he didn't get one. But on one hand, Rodgers certainly knew that he couldn't get hit by him. Do I think he let go of the ball a hair sooner than maybe he would normally if this was a normal game? Probably for 2 reasons. I do believe Aaron probably said, I don't need to be on that video. I don't need to be on this. They're going to play it 8,000 times. And God forbid it's a hit that really unbuckles the chin strap kind of deal.
He's got that old school chin strap too, by the way. He wears like the 1980s.
That thing slides up.
It's an interesting look, man.
But I'm with you. I don't think that this was too meaningful of a game for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So the accusation that they were more worried about him getting the sack than winning the game, what that tells me is how disappointed Myles Garrett was. He had a lot of family in the stands. He thought he was going to get it. He was close to getting it.
Like, I understand that, right? This dude's a sack away from being the all-time single-season sack leader. Like, that is elite stuff.
And he wanted
right
it in that game.
Yes. Now, look, you get a divisional opponent this week, right? You get to go down to Cincinnati, and that's been an offensive line that, has had its issues over the years. And you saw, Arizona was kind of heating Joey B up in certain spots. Joey B looked good yesterday, but he'll have his chances again. But that's just when you're as great as he is. Nobody's going to create a clean runway for you to just get to the quarterback. He's probably been dealing with this since he was in high school. And so you touched on it. There's just got to be more creative ways to maybe get him inside or just certain stunts and different looks he's got to go to and get in his bag, which we know his bag is deep when it comes to creating pressure against quarterbacks.
He wanted it in 16 games.
Yep, because now I get to argue till the end of time.
That's a good point.
That he needed 17 games to do it, and he beat Strahan, did it in 16.
He did it in 16.
That's fair.
And I will tell you.
Watt did it in 15.
Yes, and Watt did it in 15.
That's fair. That's a good point.
It's going to be a fake record. I can't wait.
It's one of those things that, as great as he is, he was frustrated in that press conference after a great win. And it just showed me how important that is to him. And I want to give him this. Well, I can and I can't, because he signed up to play in Cleveland when he said, I don't want to go from Cleveland, Ken. Maybe this is certainly going to be his legacy if he could get this record in his mind. But it would have been against Pittsburgh, at home, 16 games, against a Hall of Famer. And he felt like he was getting double and triple teamed, prevent him from getting the record. Yet they won the game in dramatic fashion. And yet I'm a little surprised to hear him say what he said. Not the bite we heard. That bite's real, and he's going to get chipped and double teamed all the time because he is who he is. It was that they seemed like they wanted to prevent me from getting the sack record more than they wanted to win the game. Because I didn't see anything that ruined the blocking scheme.
Let me ask you this. If that win put the Browns at 12-4 instead of 4-12, is he as concerned about the record?
I don't think so.
No.
Because that's a horrible look at that point. I think now.
If you're 12-4 and you're like, man, I
can't make it about you.
Yeah. Kind of the haze in the barn for their season, right? Like you can play that card a little bit and get away with it when you're Myles Garrett. It's not the worst thing.
We'll come back with a Buckeye Bulletin, and we'll update the spread and what Vegas says about the implication and the percentage that Ohio State beats Miami. That's next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We're known for three things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, folks, it's Jeremy Birmingham, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I figured I owed you guys another check-in now that I'm 2 weeks into Awaken 180, and I'm happy to let you know I'm down 14 pounds. What surprised me really isn't that number. It's really how normal this feels. I'm not miserable, I'm not obsessing over food, and I'm not guessing. I'm just following the plan and watching it work. And that's why this matters. Because if you're like me, you've tried things before where week 1 feels exciting and week 2 feels exhausting. This is definitely not that. Awaken 180 gives me structure. It tells me exactly what I need to do and is with me to ensure that I'm doing it right. Ultimately, that's the difference. For someone like me who spends a lot of time on the road, in the car, and eating at weird hours, all that stuff matters. If weight loss is your goal this year, don't pick something you hope you can stick with. Pick something that's already sticking. 2 weeks, 14 pounds, and I'm just getting started. Find your own results and free support for life at awaken180weightloss.com.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at mda.org today.
Common Man here for Germain Nissan. You'd have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan, especially this month during their annual final sale, where every car's been marked down to the lowest possible price. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. J.D. Powers ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. No credit, bad credit, Germain Nissan can help you get in a car today. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
Leaky pipes, no hot water, issues with your sewer or drains? When plumbing problems strike, Logan Services is ready to help you out. We offer free estimates on water heaters, water softeners, and drain lines. Whether it's a surprise leak or an aging water tank, we'll give you an honest recommendation so you can take action fast. Don't wait. Schedule your free plumbing estimate now. Fast, friendly service you trust from Logan Services.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When the Cotton Bowl is over, flip on 10 TV for the ultimate postgame show. Tom and Adam are live from Dallas with Timmy and Nicole in the studio. Ring in 2026 with a Buckeye victory live on 10 TV and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
True to his name, Matty Ice wears a winter coat in the middle of summer. He lives the gimmick, man. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, time for the Buckeye Bulletin.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
All right, quick check of Bet365. Buckeyes favored by 9.
Did it have a hook on it initially? I thought maybe.
Listen, I saw it after that A&M Miami debacle, that ugly game. I think it opened at like 10.5 or 10. And then it got bet down under the key number. But still, 9's a lot. And if you just bet Ohio State to win, on the money line, they're minus 350. So that's going to be an implication of about 75-80%.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're in a situation. Now, the over-under is 41.5. So they're expecting both defenses to show up, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm very interested to see, ARs, what type of punch Ohio State can have on the ground in this game, too, because that's how you can slow down an elite pass rush as well, or pass rushers as well, as maybe running directly at them, or over time, if Mario Cristobal and that crew start to feel like, hey, their offensive line is kind of leaning on us and picking up 4 or 5 here and there, that's going to slow them down just a little bit. And so Bo Jackson, that crew, that's a big one for me as well. Obviously, outside of keeping Julian clean when you know you're in kind of obvious passing situations, but can they kind of impose their will on the ground and have Bo Jackson and that running back room make some noise? I think can help them out on offense, obviously, as well.
Oh, if you can be successful running, Matty, against that defensive line,
yeah.
Oh man, that could change everything. Because then not only are you moving the football on the ground, you're winning up front, which is what a lot of people say is going to be maybe the biggest challenge for Ohio State to do in this game. I think Miami went away in people's minds when they had that crazy Friday nighter at Louisville, when Beck threw those 4 picks and he looked like he was just throwing it up for grabs. And yes, while they did lose to SMU after that, he's only thrown, I believe, 1 pick in his last 5 games. And he had 4 that night, and he has 10 overall. So almost 50% of his picks this year came in one game.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy because it even reminds me of that last year and at Georgia, where when he gets into those funks, it really kind of happens in waves for him in a bad way. But to your point, when this guy catches a heater, because of his experience, because of the arm talent, this guy can really carve up defenses. But this is the hardest defense to carve up. And so when you go through an ACC schedule and you don't have to see a defense nowhere near as good as Ohio State's was and is right now, that's going to be a little bit of a shock to the system. Notre Dame out of the gate was probably the most talented unit that they've seen on defense this year, but that was week 1. And now here we are with Ohio State's defense and how they've evolved all year. They're going to see some things and feel some things that they haven't felt all season.
The way the ACC was such trash, I think Miami was so out of mind for a lot of people. But I do want to remind, and I had to remind myself this, and maybe anybody that's curious, of what Miami's preseason ranking was.
Oh, okay, I like this game.
I can get it in 2 guesses.
You can name that ranking.
I can name that tune in 2 notes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
It's either 9 or 10. I'm going to say 10.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if we were just letting him.
Did he get that correct?
He did.
10. Okay.
Yeah. So this was not a throwaway team.
No.
This was not. I mean, Beck was paid millions to go down there and play football there. And after the Louisville game, I do think they became a little bit of a paper team. I think people didn't trust him anymore. They laid an egg in that game. Now they hammered that South Florida team that everybody fell in love with. So they certainly have talent. If I like to play the box score game. Like if I would have told you that Jeremiah Smith had 8 catches for 144 yards against Indiana, you would have said they won by 17. Like in my mind, I would have said if he had 8 for $144 against that defense, I would have been like, okay.
They would have. Yeah.
Well, then the question becomes, well, why didn't you win?
Yes. Well, you know why? Because their personnel in the red zone was atrocious.
Getting beat on the line of scrimmage on 4th and 1.
And who knows? Maybe they do win in overtime. But you don't play for overtime when there's 3 minutes left.
No.
You play for overtime when there's 30 seconds left, of course.
I mean, you guys touched on the red zone stuff, too. It was 4-12 on 3rd down for Ohio State's offense. So in key areas, they just were not sharp enough. And I don't know if that was the Heartline stuff, all the recruiting stuff. I don't know. But it was just a bad performance on offense. But you got to tip your cap to Indiana because they've been whooping you-know-what all year long with that defense. And they kind of, made Ohio State taste their own blood. And now you get a chance to correct that.
Too.
Yeah, no doubt.
At big times. Charlie Becker was an unknown guy for most people, and he just ate against Ohio State because of those big throws by the Heisman winner. All right, let's hear from Jeremiah Smith. TLC, what do you have for us?
This is him. I'm just going to let the clip speak for itself. This is from Cotton Bowl Media Day today.
If Miami had won or played in games like this before you signed out of high school, would your decision may have been different?
Most likely, yeah. I'll probably end up going to Miami if things was on the right track then and there. But, I chose to stick with Ohio State.
So, interesting. Doesn't really change the course of history that Jeremiah Smith answered this question, honestly, but does lend itself to the what-if game that if Miami was playing playoff caliber football games while Jeremiah was in high school, he just said, I would have gone there instead.
Yeah, if it wasn't Manny Diaz or whoever, it was Cristobal probably when he was. No, it would have been Cristobal still.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, so it would have been Cristobal. But, I don't know where the NIL thing stood. I've heard people say that Miami offered him more money and he still came to Ohio State, and I've heard it the opposite, that there's no way that could have happened. But
both schools have been spending some coin at a pretty high level, so I think either way he would have been taken care of in the 305 or the 614. But I think the football stuff is probably what he's speaking to. Like, when you look at obviously the track record up here at his position, that's much more appealing, and the quarterbacks that you're going to be around, and Coach Day as an offensive-minded head coach, and all of those things. Miami just didn't have that type of pop at the time, and so they found Cam Ward. They've now found Carson Beck. They've obviously got some good momentum going, but that had to be pretty tough, right? Because I know he talked about, hey, the guys that he's about to be playing up against on Wednesday night, these are guys I grew up with. High school, middle school, I grew up with these guys, so he's going to be locked in, as are those guys down there and their fans already getting after him on social media, calling him, a traitor and all that stuff too. So, yeah, be a lot of emotion involved for him and a lot of guys he knows on Wednesday night.
All right, let me just give you a little. So today in Miami, it's 79, mostly sunny and pleasant. Tuesday will be 71. They'll have some clouds.
Hey, man, it was decently warm here yesterday.
Yes,
22 this morning.
Yeah.
And windy as heck outside.
Oh, my God. Dude, it was like hard to fall asleep with how loud the wind was.
Brutal out there.
Our 67 in December, probably, I don't know if it match. What would it match Miami? What would that be where you say we win the
90?
day? Where we win the day. Would you go heat or cold? So it'd be night. So like 100 degrees in Miami, we're having a better day at 67 here in December. Even though it was rainy and windy.
Yeah.
Trying to think what the comp would be.
I think you know
where
right
we would
there.
win the day.
I think we'd have that.
Yeah, barely.
67, 70, partly cloudy, that type of day. No humidity. Yeah, we win that.
But they're all used to it, though.
That's right.
It's nasty down there.
So it's all relative.
We will win the day with our guy Ian Fitzsimmons next. He'll come up top of the hour. We'll get a breakdown from him as we have entered game week for Ohio State. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvus are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, select varieties of Doritos, Ruffles, or Tostitos are on sale. Buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today. Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
The Lindsay Honda year-end clearance is on. Enjoy the lowest prices of the season on hundreds of new in-stock Hondas, like 2026 Civic Sport Hybrid Sedan or 2026 HR-V LX front-wheel drive. Your choice, just $299 a month, 0 cash down. Remember, our goal is 100% credit approval. Shop Lindsay Honda and save big.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Happy Honda Clearance on select 2025 models only. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Ring in 2026 in a big way at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Don't miss our $65,000 New Year, New Wheels giveaway. You could drive off in a 2026 Chevy Traverse or take home $35,000 cash. Earn entries playing your favorite slot and table games all month long. The fun doesn't stop there. Catch live entertainment, hit the dance floor, indulge in fine dining, and count down to a balloon drop at midnight. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
That's how little fly, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step,
Bella, let's go.
guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In just 2 days, the Ohio State football team returns to action in the Cotton Bowl against Miami, beginning their chase to repeat as national champions. Cotton Bowl Media Day was held today. Ohio State quarterback Julian Sands spoke on the transition of Ryan Day taking over play calling.
Yeah, I don't think it's affected me too much. He's obviously very involved in the offense before, and he's very involved in the quarterback room. So just we have a ton of trust in all of our coaches, and I think it's just it's been great.
Kickoff on New Year's Eve is at 7:30. NHL, the Columbus Blue Jackets are winners of 2 straight and look to keep that rolling tonight in the second leg of a back-to-back. They're on the road in Ottawa visiting the Senators. A face-off tonight is at 7 o'clock, and coverage begins here on The Fan at 6:30. In NBA tonight, the Cavs wrap up their 3-game road trip tonight in San Antonio, taking on the Spurs. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, here we go. Final hour of the program. And we kick off the final hour in style. Our friend Ian Fitzsimmons, ESPN sideline reporter. We're getting closer, my man. How you feeling?
Merry ho, 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 mofos. How we doing, man? Happy New Year, all that good stuff. They put my ugly mug on TV, not once but twice, which means that's just a ratings killer, not a grabber. But here we are, man, and fresh off a Texas Bowl. I think I know. I'm home. Okay, yeah, I'm back home, and then I'm flying out tonight. So to the Rose Bowl, which I still don't understand because the Cotton Bowl is 23 miles from my house, but they're sending me to the Rose Bowl. Neither here nor there. There you go. So hope you guys had a merry, all that good stuff, and I'm still trying to get my bearings, boys. How we doing? Here we go now.
All right, let me ask you this then. And I'm glad you're home, at least in your neighborhood somewhere. Who knows? But which game do you think? Which game?
Am I in the right house?
Right.
They are. That's the question.
Well, we've all been there.
Hey,
all right.
You've been on the road for when you do a million bowl games. You know what city you're in, but I now take a picture of my room key because this happened like 3 years ago. I'm not making this up. I'm not kidding. So it was 4 city in 6 days and bowl game after bowl game. And so I think I'm in room 1908. Well, that was the previous hotel. So I go to 1908. My key's not working. I'm getting frustrated. It's 1 a.m. And then I look down and there's rose petals.
Oh,
by the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Next thing you know, the groom comes and enters the door in his birthday suit. We have a problem, and this guy had muscles in his toenails, man. I mean, I'm like, wrong room, my bad. Congratulations. And by the way, you're an impressive human. I walk back down like, what damn room am I in? So there you go. That's bowl season for us, folks.
I thought
there
maybe you were you're pulling a Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. She can't marry you. I'm here. This is don't do it.
Well done. That's a deep pull. Well done.
Was deep.
Well done, AR.
What's the better game, Miami, Ohio State, or Bama, Indiana? Like which game? Just from a football standpoint, where would you rather be?
Yeah, you're splitting hairs, man. You really are. I was embedded with Ohio State all of last year, and Ryan Day, man, and Jerry Emmett gave me remarkable access. It was just amazing to be a part of. So part of me would love to obviously stay home, not get on a flight tonight to L.A., and just go call a team I just saw in Miami. We can get into them in a second, in a scouting report. But also a team that I know and that coaching staff very well. My brother coached for Matt Patricia for 2 years with the Lions, as a special teams coach, and he's done such an exceptional job. It's been remarkable. But those guys, man, that you have there in Columbus, it's Ryan Day is not just building football players; he's building character and people, and it's truly remarkable to watch. So. But then you have Indiana and Alabama. I was embedded with Kalen DeBoer 2 years ago, right, where when Washington made that remarkable run to the national championship against the team up north. So, I mean, when you ask me which one would I rather do, I'd rather stay home with my family. That's number one. But when it comes to the actual game,
man,
I think Alabama, Indiana might be even more intriguing than Ohio State, Miami, because I think Vegas said a lot. When Vegas came out and said Ohio State -10, damn, they were begging America to take Miami because they believe Ohio State is that much better.
All right, let's dig in a little bit more on Miami because there's takes floating around, and I'm sure you've seen them, where people are looking down there at the line of scrimmage and saying, I don't know if Ohio State's going to be able to hold up consistently and block these dudes that Miami has up front. You've seen Miami. You know what that looks like. Where are you at on the line of scrimmage when we talk about Miami's D-line and the Bucs O-line?
Ice, before I even get to it, right? You played. So here we go. You ready? Miami brings 5 every time. Nonstop, right? Now, that's their pressure package. I mean, they can get home in 4 with – I mean, when I say Bain is just insane and a beautiful human being, you can stack books on his calves, folks. I mean, you have to know where he is. And then Messidor on the other side, as the other edge – he does not get enough love, and he's an early day 2. I'm talking early second-round pick. Bain's going to go in the top 10 as an edge rusher out of Miami. Messidor is going to go early day 2, if not late first. So they're a problem. But having said that, when you bring 5 every time, what would you do if you're Ryan Day to counter that?
I would try to have some balance with the run game.
That's it. You just drilled it right there, 1,000,000%. And I could not agree more. And I don't think Texas A&M did enough of that with Colin Klein, who's obviously now going to be the head coach of Kansas State, his alma mater. They didn't try and run the ball as much as I thought they would outside of Marcel Reed when it was read and react. So I'm with you, 1,000,000%. Ohio State, you need to run the football against those 2 edge rushers. And then having Keontae Scott back as not arguably, he is a top cover nickel corner in all of college football. I had 3 of my 4 NFL scouts tell me he's the second best player, not just on the team, not just on that defense, but on the team behind Bain. So Scott is a problem, and there's 3 guys you always have to know where they are on defense. Bain, number 1. When he came on the field, I gave this example. Remember Rocky III when Hulk Hogan's walking in his Thunder Lips?
Yeah.
And he takes his robe off.
The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball.
That's it, AR. And the announcers go, awesome. Just awesome.
That is great. That's Stu Nahan, I think. That was in the movie.
It was.
Yeah.
That's Bain, the edge rusher wearing Rockin' 4 for Miami.
Awesome.
Ohio State fans, that is Thunder Lips. You could stack books on his calves, on his ass, on his traps. I mean, he's got muscles in his eyelids, right? So they are a problem, but I'm with you, Ice. Run the ball right at them. And if you do that, now you open up the passing game. So I can't wait to watch the matchup. And I really wish I was driving 23 miles and not getting on a flight tonight to go out to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, you're the only one that can really say that, right? I get that because obviously the other game is going to be very good too. All right, so can Miami win this game if Carson Beck is not the MVP?
I'm not a Carson Beck guy. I've told you guys this before. I think that he is hyped on the name and the brand that was built at Georgia. Now, I will say this. Malachi Tony's a problem. This dude should be hanging out with his, senior friends in high school at a kegger tonight, right, on Christmas break. No. What is he doing? Balling out for Miami. He is coming into the A&M game in the first round of the CFP. I tracked him with 109 targeted passes. You know how many drops he had?
How many? Of 109?
0.
Wow.
Not one. He was a star quarterback in high school. I mean, two of my scouts said he could be a P4 quarterback right now.
Did they let him throw? Did they let him throw it against A&M?
Yes. Yeah, but no, not against. No, he didn't. But they had quarterback design. They call it the Malacat. The Malacat.
That's right.
They direct snap to him. He is a different kind of cat. You have to know where he is at all times. 10 can whip your ass, Ohio State. I promise you. He is electric. He catches everything thrown to him. He's got a remarkable catch radius, speed, power, and attitude. Malachi Tony is a boy dog, a warrior you have to account for.
You take him away, you win fairly easily. Not that it's easy to take him away,
I
but
would say fairly easily. But again, I just said, I think that Vegas has announced it. They want America to bet Miami. They just saw Miami win at Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. I don't trust Cristobal late in games with clock management. I do trust Ryan Day. So I like Ohio State here in this game. But Tony, don't let him get loose, because not just as a receiver, a runner, as a quarterback, but also a returner. He is dangerous.
Yeah, dude, he's for real. He could absolutely go. Hey, before we let you go, hit us with your thoughts on Kyle Whittingham. Now that we've seen the money and we've heard him talk and all this thing.
You guys know
hit us up with your thoughts on this fit up there in Ann Arbor.
Man, this one hurt. I'm not going to lie to you, because I've known Kyle Whittingham for over 20 years. I was there with Urban Meyer, and think about this cap. I'm going off the top of my head here. Ready? 04 Utah, undefeated, Fiesta Bowl champs. Urban Meyer, head coach. Kyle Whittingham, DC. Dan Mullen, OC. Gary Anderson, linebackers coach. Billy Gonzalez, secondary. Kalani Sataki, D-line. That's, 5 head coaches at P4 off the top of my head? I mean, come on, man. That staff was nasty, and that's why part of the reason they went undefeated. Kyle Whittingham is Utah, but he's had Morgan Scalley, his defensive coordinator, as his coach in waiting for 3 years. And in my opinion, he wanted to clear the way for Scalley, because Scalley was getting looks from other teams. When you're getting offered, $6, $8, $9 million to go be a head coach somewhere, it's hard to stay as a coach in waiting. In my opinion, I think Kyle Whittingham, one, as he acknowledged, probably said too much about retirement and commented too much, but wanted to clear the way for his guy in Morgan Scalley. But he has football left in him. And I'm going to tell you right now, Bucks, this dude is going to build Michigan from the inside out. It's going to be – look at Utah football teams. What are they? It's guts and glory. It's O-line, D-line first. He has his quarterback in Bryce Underwood if he doesn't hit the portal, which he shouldn't, because they're paying him a boatload of money. But Kyle Whittingham is going to build a very physical, hard-nosed football team there to the team up north. Get ready, because this damn rivalry got that much more intense, because he hates to lose to the team to the south in BYU, and he's going to hate to lose to the team to the south in Ohio State. This one's going to be awesome.
Yeah, they rescued it. We'll see how long it takes, but you're right. They
did.
Everything's going on.
They are?
Yeah.
It's like Penn State with Matty Campbell. They rescued it, and Pat Kraft did, the AD at Penn State. Same thing here with Michigan. That's a great way to put it, AR. They rescued it.
My brother, Happy New Year, safe travel. We'll be in touch, my man. Be well.
Indiana Alabama
Unreal.
boys and girls, let's go, man. and it's getting nasty out the Rose Bowl.
You're flying to the Rose Bowl to watch Indiana football play a meaningful football game.
23 minutes.
That's right.
Hey, Buckeye fans, Lonesome Dove, if you have if you're in that Jorge from UA tax bracket, Lonesome Dove in Fort Worth, great place to go eat. The Woodshed is an awesome barbecue joint in Fort Worth. Pecan Lodge if you're staying in Dallas. St. Pete's Dancing in Marlin if you just want to get into a 3-point stance and attack. And I'll give you, not Mi Casina, Mia's. Mia's on Lemon Avenue is where Jerry Jones met Jimmy Johnson to hire him as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And it happened to be Tom Landry's favorite restaurant. There you go.
Little
Mia's,
Tex-Mex for the new year. All right, buddy. Be well. Thanks, brother.
Oh, Fish is so mad. We went 4 minutes long.
I know. Yeah.
Come on. How much longer can I talk?
I got to pull ripcord, man.
Come on.
See you, buddy.
You can't leave me. The plants will die. Come on.
Now that's a great pull.
See you, man.
You can't go. All the plants are going to. All right. See you, buddy. All right. You cut him off. That's good. We're going to come back. The bet. You guys have to lay it out.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers, Ravens. I want to hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
Hey, folks, it's Jeremy Birmingham, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I figured I owed you guys another check-in now that I'm 2 weeks into Awaken 180, and I'm happy to let you know I'm down 14 pounds. What surprised me really isn't that number. It's really how normal this feels. I'm not miserable, I'm not obsessing over food, and I'm not guessing. I'm just following the plan and watching it work, and that's why this matters. Because if you're like me, you've tried things before where week 1 feels exciting and week 2 feels exhausting. This is definitely not that. Awaken 180 gives me structure. It tells me exactly what I need to do and is with me to ensure that I'm doing it right. Ultimately, that's the difference. For someone like me who spends a lot of time on the road, in the car, and eating at weird hours, all that stuff matters. If weight loss is your goal this year, don't pick something you hope you can stick with. Pick something that's already sticking. 2 weeks, 14 pounds, and I'm just getting started. Find your own results and free support for life at awaken180weightloss.com.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Getting a live Christmas tree to plant after the holidays? Well, here are some tips. In the house, keep it away from heat sources that could wake it up out of dormancy. You don't want that. Dig your hole now before the ground freezes. Or if you plan to wait till spring, you need to protect roots from extreme cold with mulch or straw. And move it from the warm house to an unheated area like a garage temporarily to make the transition outside more gentle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Ohio chapter of the International Society of Arboriculture at treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Love football, love wings? Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Slight chance of snow showers today, otherwise mostly cloudy and breezy. Gusty, strong winds and highs near 30 means our feels like we'll be in the teens and 20s. For tonight, a slight chance of snow, otherwise mostly cloudy again with overnight lows in the 20s. The breezy winds still continue tonight and into your Tuesday with mostly cloudy skies on Tuesday and highs in the upper 20s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Free Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bet365 time.
Let's lock it in, AR, because at Bet365, new customers have got an awesome deal waiting just for you. All you got to do, folks, hop on over to Bet365, bet $5. After that, you are going to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could take that $150 and turn it into something bigger and better when you bet on spreads, totals, player props, or money lines. If you're not a new customer, don't worry. They got great deals waiting for you as well. Don't miss out on the Daily Boost and Super Boost at Bet365. Monday Night Football tonight, AR, down in the A where the players play. The Rams are in the building. I'm looking at this Super Boost that is labeled the Puka Payday. Puka Nacua, 100-plus receiving yards, and to score touchdown at plus 200. So I kind of like that value right there at Bet365. I'm going to rock with that.
He's been dominating.
Yeah.
It's not a throwaway. Plus, Devontae's not playing, so, you know, that has implications, this game. So I expect something to happen here. On the other side, I think Pitts has been pretty damn good. And his over-under is 55.5. Mumfield's got to catch a pass. Like, I put in just a fun little parlay, like Pitts over 55.5. Corum to take some heat off of Kyron over 44.5. And then Mumfield to have a 20 yards receiving as the number 2 guy. You get the 30% boost on Bet365. So that single game parlay gets you up to plus 480.
Did the MVP odds shift a lot after Drake May's monster performance yesterday, or has Stafford still got pretty good control of that? I'm curious where the odds are this morning when we woke up, because Drake May absolutely went off against the Jets yesterday.
Yeah.
And so if you can find that, I'm just curious.
It was against the Jets.
Yeah, that's true that. But hey, those numbers were looking good. Download the app. Yeah, download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Hello?
Now you go.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I pushed it.
Did you push it real good?
We were salt and pepper.
We were on it.
Matthew Stafford still has a stranglehold on it at minus 250. So what's that? About 72%.
All right, so he'll probably
Drake May at plus 175.
Okay.
2-horse race. What's the bet between you guys? Local Ravens fan, local Steeler fan. The Steelers are a home dog of 3 points right now on Bet365.
We're playing for a hat and T-shirts, AR, thanks to DK Metcalf.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
And by the way, I'll give you the update on that.
Okay.
So that fan Why DK was over there, I don't know. What that guy said to him, I don't know. I know it's caught fire because the narrative is that he must have said something racial to him. Chad Ochocinco weighed in on somebody's pod. I don't know.
With Shannon Sharp, the Nightcap podcast.
And said he got word of that maybe happening. So in the video, the fan sitting in a video from a fan sitting close to the altercation, it's not audible what this guy said to Metcalf that sparked it. Chad Ochocinco said, or is he Johnson now? It's just Johnson?
I think he's Ocho. I think
he's Ocho.
Yeah,
is he still Ocho?
Ochocinco.
Right. He goes, obviously, I'm not condoning putting your hands on a fan or punching a fan, but he did call him a racial slur. Like, Chad's putting that out there. Chad's not there. So this guy, this fan who allegedly said this, did a press conference with a lawyer. And he said, the lawyer said he did not use a racial slur. He did not use any racial slurs whatsoever. Those claims are absolutely false. They're not supported by any audio or video recordings. They're not supported by any eyewitness statements. And they're not supported by the investigation that was conducted by Ford Field personnel on the day of the incident. The goal here is accountability and to correct the record. The false accusations of or racial statements or racial slurs being used causes real damage that needs to be corrected. DK can come out and tell the truth and indicate that he never heard a racial slur uttered by this man. So I guess right now they're evaluating their options. There's no legal, there's no monetary deal or anything going on there. But this guy, it says the headline is assaulted Lions fan begs DK Metcalf to shut down racist remark allegations with potential litigation on the table. So who knows? There were fans right there, clearly.
I'm surprised in the world that we live in where obviously cameras are always rolling, but that close to the sideline with so many hot mics during these games that we have not heard any of the audio. I'm going to assume that Ochocinco talked directly to DK. Because I don't think he would just come out and just say that willy-nilly. At least I would hope he wouldn't just say that without knowing what happened. Chad is a guy he works out with a lot of NFL receivers, has relationships with NFL receivers. So I wouldn't be surprised if DK and Chad had a conversation. But, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those deals to where, unfortunately, when you are DK, you just have to try. Any player, really, just have to slow things down and not do what you did because the NFL is not going to let you off the hook for doing that. And so now he's put his team in a very tough situation because now they've got to host a team that has new life, and there's a division championship on the line, and this Steelers offense, even with DK, has been spotty. And without him, you saw what it looked like up in Cleveland yesterday.
I'm looking at a still shot here, and I saw the video like you guys did, and there's a woman to this guy's left and a kid to her left and another woman behind this guy. Like, none of them heard anything. Like, it's just, unless they just wanted to stay out of it, I don't know. But what was weird is that this guy's hanging, Matt, he's hanging over.
Yeah, where the hell's security?
He's not like yelling. He's not yelling from like row 5,
Right.
And so,
where's security? Like, what are they doing?
They don't even know if they even knew.
But I'm just saying, like, you see
DK's
that
kind of you mean the field
like
security?
The fan, leaning over the railing there. You obviously can't have that. So where is security? And real quick, this did come out yesterday. DK got lucky because there's reports coming out of Pittsburgh that the Steelers aren't going to void the $45 million that are guaranteed coming his way. So that was on the table for them to possibly do that. Doesn't sound like they're going to do that to DK. So he got lucky with that.
Can I tell you what you're missing in the Birmingham Bowl?
No, because I'm still finishing this story. Hang on.
Okay.
The guy acknowledged the complaint, but he said he did not know whether Metcalf specifically filed it. So there was a report that emerged earlier the week that Metcalf and this guy have a history.
Yeah, he was in Seattle, and there was some stuff there, I guess.
There was reported last season while he was playing there.
I don't know.
And so, wow, that's... I don't know. There's not a no conduct. So the situation was investigated and no conduct violation had been found. But you're right. That's a huge deal. A $45 million guarantees. Ooh. That might make him say whatever he needs to say, but I don't really know. Nobody was there.
Real
We weren't
quick,
there.
Core Powers and Trail Mix on the line
Oh, really?
for this thing. I know that's kind of disappointing. AR didn't like that.
I got a
What
different
else do you want to do? What else do you
I
want to
got
do?
a different idea.
What is it?
We can save it for Tell the Truth at this point.
Okay. Have you got your dinner from Fish yet, by the way? Has that happened? For that bet?
No, but I also haven't received a Kansas City Chiefs hoodie from UNCB from about 4 years ago either. So,
my bad.
Can I tell you what you're missing in the Birmingham Bowl now?
Oh, yeah. What's happening? Who's even playing at this?
Appalachian State, who is 5-7, against Georgia Southern, who is 6-6.
Okay.
Appalachian State misses a 41-yard field goal short, but they false started. They then have to kick a 46-yard field goal and miss that one even shorter.
Oh, my goodness.
how did Bobby Boucher do in this game? Do we know?
Lots of touchdowns.
In the Bourbon Bowl. We'll come back in 2 minutes. Adam King strolling around Media Day down in Dallas. We'll find out what the best comments that came out of that when he joins us in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Common Man here for Germain Nissan. You'd have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan, especially this month during their annual final sale, where every car's been marked down to the lowest possible price. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. J.D. Powers ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. No credit, bad credit, Germain Nissan can help you get in a car today. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
You got this. Breathe. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
There's nothing like ripping off your pants and enjoying some lobster bisque. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, he's strolling around Dallas. Media Day. Got his day all wrapped up even before noon, so he's got plenty of time for activities. He's our friend Adam King from 10 TV. All right. You and Dami bunking? You guys bunking up this week?
We are sharing a bed. It's very nice. It's a queen size.
Mm-hmm.
We thought the twin was a little small, but we're happy with where we are.
Well, I hear it's pretty cool down there, so you'll have to huddle together for warmth.
Yes, it is freezing. It was so warm yesterday, and now it's all of a sudden absolutely freezing cold.
Let me ask you a question. What's the over-under on your voice holding out for the next 3 days?
What's going on here?
I have no idea where this came from. I woke up this morning, and I sounded like this. So we are on vocal rest full time. Okay. If I'm not on air, I'm not talking.
Okay, that's good deal.
Adam the Mime joining us live from Dallas.
I mean, this may be a lot of people's dream, but
that is accurate. Dom has enjoyed his trip much more.
That's right. I mean, we're paying him by the word too, so he's got to get his time in.
That is accurate.
I heard an interview today. I don't know if it was you or him or somebody, and they were trying to get Arvell Reese to talk about like the glamour of this game and how big it is, and it was more like, we're about to get up out of here. Like, we're going to win and get out. Like, there's nothing for us here. Is that you?
That was me with Arvell Reese. It was great. He was absolutely fantastic. I also asked him if he celebrated any of the accolades that he received this year, and he looked at me like, I don't know what the word celebrate is.
Okay. What's the confidence level, the vibe that you're getting from a team that's coming out of a tough loss over there in Indy, now looking to go back to back? Your feel on the team's confidence and how real that is at the moment?
They definitely seemed like a team that was very confident today. They kind of had that swagger back that you want to see in a media day, because this is our last chance to hear from them, their last chance to make a statement. And they, I asked Jeremiah Smith if he heard all the haters, and he said, absolutely I did. And I'm just going to let my work speak for itself.
When you ask these guys, I mean, I know no one's giving away the game plan, Adam. We know that. But do they have a feeling that there's been talk that certainly Miami is more physically capable in the trenches than they are? Has that been a narrative?
100% they know that's the narrative, especially the offensive line. The offensive line has heard all the talk. Everybody wants to point out this Miami defensive line. This offensive line is using that as major fuel to the fire. And with that, they want to go out and prove to everybody that the Indiana game was kind of an anomaly, that they are better than what they put on film in the Big Ten championship.
The big decision right after the Indiana game was, what are they going to do with the right side of that offensive line? Is it Gabe Van Sickle's job to lose?
I think so. And even if Tegra gets healthy on this playoff run, I still think you have to lean in to Gabe Van Sickle. Give him the run here. You don't want to change it once you get it set. The more reps you guys can get as a unit, you let that play out.
One thing we haven't talked much about is maybe how they can neutralize Miami's defense in that defensive line with the run game. So how are you feeling about Bo Jackson, that unit, and maybe what they can do on Wednesday night?
Well, you say that. My secret of the game isn't Bo Jackson. It isn't C.J. Donaldson. It isn't James Peoples. It is the feet of Julian Sayin. I think that could be a sticking point in this game. Even if it's just 25 yards, I think it could be massive for the Buckeyes to lean on him, to use him in those moments and allow him to definitely take advantage of all the pressure they're bringing.
What's your take on the fact that Ryan Day's taking over the play calling and what Buckeye fans should read into that?
I don't think you should read into anything right now. I think we have no idea what all of this is going to look like. We haven't seen it. I mean, we know what we know. We know that they did not like anything that happened against Indiana. They want to almost hit the reset button. And so with that, you have to kind of assume that you're going to get a complete 180 from that game plan, which I thought Brian Hartline had an interesting statement today when asked about 12 and 13 personnel. He said, we can't take the wide receivers off the field. That feels like a big statement.
It's a dangerous game to play, though, right? And that's what I can't wait to see, AK, is how much confidence Coach Day does have in the offensive line that you guys were talking about, because we know Bain and Messenger, those guys, it's for real up there. These guys are built from a different cloth, and so that kind of cat and mouse game that they're going to have to play, I think is going to be one of the most important things for all of us to watch come Wednesday.
I think it'll be the storyline of the game. If Ohio State handles that Miami defensive line, they will be absolutely fine. They will figure it out. If Miami's defensive line plays like they did against Texas A&M, it's going to be a long night for Julian Sayin and the Buckeyes.
So this is obviously very similar to last year. You go into the playoff off a loss. Now, it's a different kind of loss. It was still a loss, and that, we believe, should refocus them. Are you sensing, because you covered both, and last year was Michigan, and this year it's Indiana, so I'm not trying to compare the two exactly, but how much do you believe that does impact this somehow?
I think last year's Michigan game led to a kind of overarching scope into what was wrong with the team. I think the Indiana game was more of an anomaly, and they know it was an anomaly, and they want to make sure that anomaly doesn't happen again this season. That's the most important part for them. We know why it happened, because of the confusion, because of all the problems. We cannot let it happen again.
Hey, I've never had the chance to get down to Dallas and go to AT&T Stadium and kind of all the stuff Jerry Jones has built around there. Just talk about that in person in this venue and kind of maybe where this stacks up for you amongst the venues you've been to.
Well, I will say the Cotton Bowl as a bowl does a remarkable job for everybody, making it a really special event. It's a little different not being an actual bowl, being a playoff quarterfinal. But I definitely think that it is a beautiful venue. It's a nice routine for the Buckeyes. Dallas is great, although it's freezing down here for some reason. And so I didn't bring a coat, which does not bode well. I assumed that it would be 98 degrees and sunny all week long.
If only there was a place to look and see what the forecast would be. If only we had a place.
10 TV Plus does not have the forecast in Dallas.
No, I mean, but there's a place that we can type in some of these things and maybe get an idea.
My weather from 10 TV Plus.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I hope you get a humidifier and some honey for that voice, man. Tell Dom that you're going to have to truck in a big humidifier in that thing.
You got to get ready for this Chasing the Championship special coming up at 7:30 on 10 TV. You going to be ready to go for that?
I will be ready. Don't you worry.
Okay, a little hot tea and honey.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
Ricola.
I'm not going to be talking for the next 2.5 hours.
All right, lozenge. Are we going lozenge? Are we going just saltwater gargle? Are we going hot tea? What are we doing?
You know, we're going to go with a little saltwater gargle, a lot of hot tea, and then I've got a lozenge in my mouth right now, and I just popped it in as we started talking, and it's already started to feel better as I've been going through this.
There it is. Go rest up, AK. Go get you some rest.
We appreciate you, man. If we knew you were playing hurt, we would have made this segment twice as long.
Do you think that my voice sounds cooler when it's down here, though, kind of Darth Vader-esque?
No, I don't think this is where you want to be.
It sounds like you're going through puberty again.
Yeah, I don't think this is where you want to be. Yeah.
Oh.
It worked for Cole. I don't know if it's working as well for you.
I got Jack Harlow comparisons when I did it.
Well, that's not fair because Cole hasn't gone through puberty yet, so he doesn't know what that's like.
You mean I got another growth spurt in me? Down with that.
Man, 7'8" and 12 years old.
That's right. He's going to dominate on that Nerf hoop. All right, my friend, be well. We enjoyed this. Thanks for the info, and rest up.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Adam King from 10 TV on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fangus Hotline.
Folks, get ready for the Cotton Bowl with a Chasing the Championship special tonight at 7:30 on 10 TV. Join Dom Taber and our guy Adam King live from Dallas, plus Nicole Sheeran and Tyvis Powell here in Columbus as they get you ready for kickoff. Watch tonight at 7:30 on 10 TV and stream it live on 10 TV Plus and the 10 TV app. Chasing the Championship on the Fan and 10 TV is presented by Logan Services, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's the weather change, because I'm even feeling a little bit. You know, when you go from
like today,
and then
like
yesterday, and
for sure. But like AK not checking the weather app on his phone is just that's a party foul. That's on him.
It was freezing when we were there for the national championship game in 15.
I don't really know what he expected, honestly. Really don't.
Yeah, just
no pea coat, no nothing.
He's got a phone. There's an app.
Yeah, I don't know.
Type in Dallas and get yourself at least an idea of what's happening. All right, we come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Take action and get expert service from Logan Services. Heating service calls are just $79. Furnace tune-ups are also $79. And plumbing service calls are just $79. We work in your neighborhood, and scheduling online is quick and easy. So visit our website to book your appointment now. For fast, friendly service, choose Logan Services.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Right now, get 50% off all window styles from Window Nation at windownation.com.
All right, TLC, take us home.
All righty. So lightning has been striking twice on this show a little bit lately. Let's review the first example. We had Rothman being a hot take or a hot question guy. I don't know how to describe it, but Joe DeLeon couldn't take the heat.
Does the quarterback situation at Penn State just end any conversation that they could be in this game? Dunk.
And then he passed the torch to Ice, who was interviewing Mike Petraglia.
Talk about what was happening behind the scenes this year and what led to that end result.
There we go. So that was the first time that lightning struck twice on the show. And then today was the second time that lightning struck twice on the show.
Would you ever consider playing for the Saints?
No.
Can I tell you what you're missing in the Birmingham Bowl?
No. That's awesome.
Oh, that's good work. That's good work, TLC.
I heard that. I'm like, where have I heard that before?
Oh, my gosh. I wish I would have done a little more Aaron Rodgers-like, but I was
Would
reading.
you ever consider playing for the Saints?
No.
Can I tell you what you're missing in the Birmingham Bowl?
No. I needed a little more no.
Aaron's was just so cutthroat, man. Like,
Yeah.
his was just so, like, he was so disgusted by that question from that. That was a young girl, right? About teenager?
She
wasn't
sounded
on
so
camera,
much
but
younger.
she sounded young.
No,
Okay.
she sounded younger than 15.
I don't know.
I don't want to live in Louisiana.
Just bodying the whole state of Louisiana. Just, my goodness.
All righty.
Oh, man.
So here's what we got with USC and Notre Dame. You tell me who looks softer. So Notre Dame initially said, we want to play USC anytime, anywhere. USC then says, okay, we want to play our games in September because we're worried about the committee having recency bias, so we want to play tough games earlier so that way we have more time to build the resume after the fact. And Notre Dame said, no, come on. Our tradition is we play it later on in the year. If it's at USC, it's the final game of the season. If it's at Notre Dame, it's in like mid-October. Come on, this is what we do. And so USC's like, wait a minute, you said anytime, anywhere. And Notre Dame's like, what, are you scared to play us? Like, what, you scared you're going to lose to us? You only want to play us in September so you can make up for it later? So that's where kind of the standoff was. And now USC and Notre Dame they're in dormancy now. And so Notre Dame is scheduled a home and home with BYU for the next 2 years to make up for it. But Notre Dame and USC temporarily done.
All right, let me get something clear. Lincoln Riley is holding Notre Dame to their anytime, anywhere comment? Or do I have that reversed?
No, you have that correct.
So he's saying that Notre Dame's not living up to their word
that's exactly what they're saying.
Because they said, we'll play you anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, and USC says, okay, let's play in September then. And Notre Dame's like, we don't want to do that. That's no fun.
I think that's a bad look on your boys.
I was leaning the other way that I don't know how you could really hold that literal. Like, I feel like USC's trying to hang on to something here, like that they said, like, get out of that chair, chump, and let's finish this fight right now. Anywhere, anytime, for nothing. Like, I don't know if we can really hold them literal. I mean,
was that Rocky 2?
That was Rocky 2.
I believe this.
Well done.
I'm going to drop him like a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one. I believe.
Rocky, okay.
I think that's from the first one.
Okay.
I labeled it as Rocky.
No, you're right. That is Rocky 2. My bad. Yep.
Does this look like a circus to you, man?
Yep, well done.
I think, and real quick, you mentioned Notre Dame. Good news for you guys. Marcus Freeman, I think, tweeted it out from his own personal account that he's at least going to be back for next year. And
that didn't inspire me that much.
Because
Marcus
it was like,
Freeman
was there a question?
Well, it sounds like some NFL teams would have been interested in him and pulling him out of college into the NFL. But the way that he phrased it, I think it was just 2026, run it back.
Yeah.
Like not 2026 and beyond. So
what's his contract?
I don't know. Shefty was up on ESPN talking about how he's got some restructured contract. I don't know. Honest to goodness, it really it hit me the way we've been reading all of these USC tweets, not to get back into Notre Dame versus USC, but all these USC and Texas A&M tweets where they update everybody, hey, we re-signed our player from this year and he's coming back next year. Yeah. It's like, okay, so all you're guaranteed is one more year, and then we'll do this whole song and dance over again next year?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like he just kind of put a Band-Aid on it for the moment, and they'll probably be revisiting that. Look, you'll get one more year with C.J. Carr, and, okay, that's always going to be, I think, it's a tough place to coach right now in college football. Like, I don't care how young you are, how old you are, like, that grind and where we are with the sport, that may weigh on you. You may look at the NFL and that lifestyle and think that's a little bit more calmer waters over there.
I'll say this, though. I said this after Notre Dame, and I not like publicly, but I said it to my friends. After Notre Dame lost the championship in 2024, with the amount of freshmen who we had on the field by the end of that game, by the end of that year, because we had a lot of injuries that year, I was telling my friends, I said 2026 is our best shot to win a championship.
Okay.
So this almost feels like Marcus Freeman is viewing next year as like
he's listening to you.
We're winning it all, or it just isn't going to work. Basically, if they don't win it next year, they miss the winning window. Yeah. Now, college is different because like the same teams are always good, so like everybody has the same winning window basically. But next year does kind of feel like, if not now, then will it ever happen?
I'm a little wondering why Notre Dame is not wanting to maybe entertain a week 0 game with them. Like, I don't know why that would be so bad.
They don't need it, right? Because of this loophole they have, right? Where they just, if they're in the top 12, they're in.
Yes, they're protected as a top 12 ranking, but to their credit, but to their advantage, if they did lose that game like they did this year, they had a little more time to be able to climb back.
But I guess maybe you're thinking too, AR, let's just make it as easy as possible and not even have to play them. But BYU's not the easiest day at the office either.
I will say, honest to goodness, if you say into a microphone, we'll play them anytime, anywhere, and they offer you a location and a place to do it,
you got to play them.
I do think Notre Dame looks soft in this.
That's where I'm at. I think they got a plan.
I'm still going to go knives out against USC, but I do think if you say anytime, anywhere, you should meet it. But about the bet.
Yes.
Hey, or did you have one more thought, though?
No, go ahead. Let's do the bet.
Well, you didn't love my core power for trail mix.
It just seemed like there's not a consequence for the loser.
Oh, I can give you one. I can give you one that has consequences, but it might have consequences for everybody in this workplace.
That's scary to think about.
Okay.
Wow.
Steelers. No, it's not that bad.
Okay, I was just making sure that if you lost the game, that we didn't need to park behind the gate or something.
No. All right, Steelers Ravens. Loser has to participate in Mustache March. Has to have a mustache for the entire.
He already has a mustache.
I mean, shave the beard. I mean, shave everything else.
Man, it's
my bad. I didn't even mean to do that.
Let's let this. My knee-jerk
the
reaction
loser gets to shave the winner.
My knee-jerk reaction to that is no.
Okay. We went too far the other way. Here's the good news.
Did I lose you when I said shave everything else?
Here's the good news. The game isn't till
we got until Sunday.
Yeah, we can work through it. We've got a couple.
That would have some punishment though, because you know what we need to do. You literally have to wear it.
Some people in the chat can let us know.
That's what I mean. We could solicit a little help from the listeners.
Hit us up, chat, and our
all
listeners.
week. We could maybe even run a poll. We got some things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if it's just a basic, the other guy has to wear the other guy's gear. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure it out. Hey, before we go.
There has to be some embarrassment.
You miss anything from our show, you can always catch up. Wherever you get your podcast, just type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy. No Timmy, Joshua Perry in the building today.
All right, outstanding. We will talk to you tomorrow at noon. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Can I tell you what you're missing in the Birmingham Bowl?
No.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain.